That's good.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad season.
Nice.
Pretty good.
I'm probably gonna say this though, guys.
What?
What?
I still think Susan A is overrated. I don't regret shit. How's it going on YouTube? It is the Dark Reviewer, King Dragneel, XCOM Man. Maybe one more. We still don't know where he is or if he's going to join us or not. But still, this is a video planning that was a long time coming. And yeah, no, it's probably due time we update this particular list. With Anime Waifus coming back, everybody.
Yeah. Oh shit! I got the wrong shirt. Oh, whatever.
So, as per usual, we have our top 10 lists ranging from 1 to 10, however, whichever ones we choose, and we're going to see what does everyone think about the placements and how do we think about these characters. So, since one of us here currently has actually also been excited to start doing this, Mr. Nathaniel is actually going first this time around.
Hey.
Alrighty.
Yep. And then the Dragneel himself, he's going to be second, and then I'll be best for last this time around.
Nice.
Alright.
So, without further ado, because I'm gonna shut the fuck up right now and let our list do the talking. Let's see number 10s.
Let me just say, this was not easy, mainly because we just got so many waifus since the last time we did the list. Trust me. I was literally rotating, but I was able to figure out mines, and I thought I might start with one of the girls I've been liking this year. Yidra for Red Ranger Isekai.
Oh, the sorceress.
With
The
with the outfit that doesn't leave much to the imagination.
Yeah, yeah. There's two reasons why she's so popular.
Yeah.
Are we talking about 2 or 4?
Probably, yeah.
All right, Yidra. I'll be honest, I didn't know what to expect getting into Red Ranger Isekai. I thought it would be like one of those standard Isekais going in. After watching it and then seeing Yidra, best way to describe her, she's literally every non-Power Ranger fan out there. Because the moment that Red comes in and decides to help her out with his powers, it's just so amusing to see her just like break down and questioning every single thing.
He's literally just the most normal person in a Power Rangers universe. Let's be real.
Why is there explosions after you transform?
And why are we doing these poses? These are the questions, people.
Like it's like one of the creators just like looked at like that one episode in RPM where the kids are asking the Rangers about these ridiculous questions, and they just made it into an anime.
You know what? I respect that.
I respect that too, and I actually do respect Yidra as like a protagonist as well, because most times for like female lead isekais, some of them can be like either hit or miss. Yidra, on the other hand, Red's basically the brawn, but Yidra's the brain, because even though there are times where she got caught in a scenario, she actually manages to get out of them because of her own wit and ingenuity.
Yeah.
I mean, her family was the original head of the magic for the kingdom, so...
Yeah, it wasn't until after her father died, and yeah, I saw what happened in the manga. Yikes. So she had to carry that burden herself. She realized that she had to do it alone, but thanks to her time spending with Red, she learned to trust others. And it actually led to her like developing feelings for him. And that's actually ironic, because most of these times, these females would deny these feelings. No, Yidra was actually pretty honest.
Yeah, to the point where she wanted to know how
his
bonds
worked. Hopefully you don't plan to get any sleep tonight.
Well,
you like raise it in the obvious.
It's not even that. It's also the fact that the next morning they just like, I can't even look at her.
I was like, oh my god.
What happened?
I don't even want to know.
Look, if there's a hole in the wall, I'm pretty sure we got a vague idea of what happened. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. And speaking of like the manga, where I'm at right now, let me just say that if season 2 ever were to come around, this will be like Yidra's popularity would skyrocketed. Because like, if you look at the current Yidra in the manga and how she started in the anime, you would not believe the difference. It's impressive how much development she got.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I only have her low because this show is just recent this year. And I'm not sure we're going to get a season 2. So if people are interested, I do recommend checking out the manga. It's actually on its last arc right now.
Oh my god. There's so many series that are ending. Like Vinland Saga, Country Number 8. Like, damn.
Yeah, it's so many. But yeah, Yudra, very entertaining, very witty, very gorgeous. And I got to give props. Like, Natalie Vanceline, when it comes to like comedy, she knows how to deliver.
No
I mean, her very first comedy big role was Your Forger, so you don't go up from there.
Yeah, you don't go up from there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my number 10. Yidra. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention she had a big rack. Did I mention that?
No, I was distracted by that ass.
I don't know. Did you guys say something? I was so distracted by just that hourglass figure of hers.
Yeah, I don't blame the butler. I will say that. I don't blame the butler.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
God.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, my girl might not be as proportionate on top as Yidra, but she does make up for it with her 2 luscious, powerful healing guns.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys need some healing? I got an elf girl that can help. Luna Gila
Oh, Luna.
shit, what was this series called again?
Hidden Dungeon, Only I Can Enter.
Yeah, sorry. It's been a while, but yeah, Luna. Emma's cool. What was her? Lori? It's been a while, okay? I don't remember all the girls, but Lola, yes. She's also cool, but Luna? Jeez, she has a really fucked up backstory. Like, she was a young elf girl who, was raised by her mother, who was a healer. She was living nicely, but the more her mother healed people, the more it took out of her own extended life, and eventually she died. So Luna has been kind of carrying this guilt, trying to help people as much as she can, making a profit. Okay, wait, that sounds wrong, but she's a good person. She does heal. Her first prominent role was during this arc where fuck, I forgot. Noir. Sorry, Noir was trying to heal his classmate, and Luna could help. She tried before, but the problem is if she healed that curse, it would just exhaust her life. But of course, Noir, protagonist power, bullshit, solved it, and eventually she found love with him. What I like about Luna is she's not only beautiful, she's also compassionate, and she kicked a surprising amount of ass. Like, these guns, yeah, they're guns, but they don't hurt. It's just, I don't know, I always like that idea, Plus, she's very affectionate.
I mean, that after credit episode with her and Noir.
I saw that one. I was like, are they seriously going to go there?
I mean, I would take the chance. I would have taken the chance, but
it just ended up being cute somehow.
The fact that she was also dubbed by Kira Buckley, one of my favorite voice actresses, and she does so well. And also, when she heals, sometimes she gets scared.
No, that is the thing. She's scared. She doesn't want to die.
I'm like, dude, you're a healer. You're not the one that's dying. It's just funny, but I mean, the reason she's low is because she did kind of appear halfway through the series, and there wasn't as much development with her after that. But still, great character. Honestly, still my best wife from the show. Maybe we'll get a season 2. Who knows? But if we do, I'm all in for it.
Yeah. Who knows? Because the manga apparently goes crazy. Don't know why they haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah, you know how these series go. They one season, and either they do great or they do shit.
So my number 10 is a girl that is from a recent series that's also getting a season 2 coming out later this year, and it's the one that started the whole kick wall slam meme to all these art pieces. Because I'm talking about my girl Tino Shade from Let This Grieving Soul Retire.
Oh my god! I thought you were talking about a certain Russian. Okay, never mind.
No, yeah, you'll see where that one is.
Okay, so talk about
Tino Shade.
Tino.
Immediately, I knew she was going to be a fun character as soon as she comes on screen. The very first episode, the main character just wants to leave. He doesn't want to deal with this bullshit because he is ridiculously weak. But he managed to get to where he is because people just see his just excuses as like act and things that actually work. So this is like Sid, but without the smugness behind it.
Oh my god! So this is like Sid, but as intimidating as Bell and Izuku. Are you kidding me?
I just want to go home.
I mean, that's literally what he wants. He just wants to he wanted to take a nap that day until he run into his former party member's assistant, Tino Shade, the B rank adventurer that is a Dex build thief, kind of like roguelike. But then as soon as she notices him, he's trying to sneak away, bolts over and slams her foot right in front of him, basically giving the look like, yo.
She's flexible.
Like, hey,
I'll give her that.
God damn, you are flexible, girl.
How many squats do you do? What's your juice?
Like, no.
I would not be surprised she did the Saitama training regimen.
I'm just, oh my god, she's honestly just awesome. She's so much fun. And the fact that she's just so obsessed with this guy, like she wants to prove herself to him. Until she meets her former master, Liz Smart, the S-rank fighter in the show.
Oh.
And she is terrified. To the point where she actually hides behind and is like, no, I'm not here. Not here at all. Cuts to the next day. She is dead tired because she's been training all night with her. Like, god damn, she's the boot commander from hell, isn't she? And the reason why she's this low is because halfway through the series, we didn't really get a lot more screen time with her after that. It kind of, I think the show was still trying to find its footing in a way, but after that, it's like, okay, and then they're bringing her back, and then, like I just said, season 2 is coming out, so we'll definitely probably see more of her as well as the Smart Sisters, and yeah, honestly, this show it's a funny riot, and yes, Tino is the one that started the whole art with waifus doing the whole like putting their leg up next to the main character's head. She's the one that started that trend.
You can say she has them thighs that save lives.
Yeah, because she does. So yeah, Tino Shade is my number 10 on this one.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
So very interesting choices for number 10s. How about number 9s, boys?
Mm.
Well, we actually did mention some few superhero animes and all that, but I thought I might go into one that's like somewhat underrated. Yeah, I can't beat around the bush. It's Peppa from Shy.
Hey!
Okay, the Russian.
Yeah. Honestly, going into Shy, I didn't think that this was going to be like a dark one with colors.
Oh, never underestimate the power of anime, Nathaniel.
Yep.
Never.
We
Never.
should be used to that by now, but it keeps surprising us.
Yep. And no one really embodies the lightheartedness, but also the darkness better than Peppa, because the first time we saw her, she was legit drunk while trying to cheer up Shy. That's all she was trying to do, which makes a lot of sense. Some people think really, that's Shy's mentor. And yeah, well, she may not be the best mentor. She still managed to get a lot of good support here and there, and her abilities for Smoke, I was that's not how Smoke works, but oh well.
Anime, Nate. That's all I'm gonna say. It's anime.
just anime. Yeah, she definitely has that she definitely embodies that archetype. She's cheerful, she's very friendly, very affectionate. But then I found out why she usually drinks a lot. Yikes, that backstory. Shy does not hold back when some of the darkness, and seeing Peppa's backstory in season 1, no less. Ooh. Goddamn darkness and corruption. It really screwed her over.
Fuck that villain.
I'm like a Ryu, yeah.
Yeah, god damn you, Stigma. But I think it's the way that Peppa actually carries on and moves on from it. That actually shows that like she's slowly maturing, despite her being like having like happy-go-lucky personality. I think that was actually nice to show some level of maturity, and especially around the season finale. Whew.
Yeah,
that was pretty emotional. If I like Peppa that much, why do I have her low? Well, it's because around season 2, yeah, she was prominent during that time, but she kind of got sidelined a bit.
Kind of like a lot of the characters in season 2.
Yeah, a lot to do. I get it. It focuses on Shy and all that, but I don't know. I kind of want to focus on the other heroes too. I mean, we got a couple of good ones under the Peppa Shell. We got Lady Black. We got Stardust. I don't know what the hell the deal with Sentry, if he's like capable leader.
Mm.
What is this, Yu-Gi-Oh, where we just ignore all the main characters in season 2 in favor of new ones?
I guess. Yeah, that's my number 9.
You know I'm right, Brandon. You know I'm right.
Did I say anything? Did I say anything?
You had that look. You had the look.
I just have that look. Go to your number 9, man.
All right. Well, this series, I'm gonna flub around my list a little. This series has probably one of the biggest Giga Chads in anime, and this poor girl suffered because of him. Poor Amelia Rose from Isolated Swords and Shall Rule the World. Yeah.
I thought she would be a little higher for you.
She actually was my number 3, but I after looking at my list, I'm like, yeah, everyone else has a lot more prominence than her. So
it's unfortunate, but it's true.
Amelia Rose, your typical, popular girl who's very nice to everyone in the series. She does have kind of tomboyish side that kind of shows off, especially during episode 3 when we see her and Ray kind of shopping, and goddamn, she really can't pull off a lot of looks, especially that biker look. I'm like, goddamn, didn't know they had motorcycles in that world, but you know what? That's fine.
I guess so.
But
goddamn, that moment, she got freaked out by a talking spider.
Nate, it's a talking spider. Wouldn't you freak out?
I would, and I would squash that thing.
Yeah, but then we learn about more of her backstory, how her and her friend were, and why she needs to win the tournament arc. Which, honestly, I kind of like. I like how Isolated Sorcerer didn't have Ray just step in to be the White Knight. No, this was her fight, and he was going to train her to help.
Yeah, that was not training.
No,
that was torture. You shall call me captain.
Yeah, poor Amelia. Like, she got to the point where Ray actually followed her like a fucking stalker from a fucking horror film.
Found you.
That's what the To Be Continued me would play. But she's very capable with fire magic, especially butterfly effect. Oh my god. Dude, why do they go so hard with this? This is insane. Like, I loved it. I mean, but then after that, yeah, she kind of fell off like the other cast. But still, Amelia's cool. And I'm going to say this. She can wear a maid dress, whatever she wants in front of me. I don't care, all right? She wants to put a lot of the girls in maid outfits. You know what? I approve. That's why she's number 9.
That's crazy, but also the fact that Ray encouraged the idea, too.
He was against it at first, and then she convinced him to like it. That's what's surprising.
Yeah, usually it's be like, oh my god, you're such a pervert, Baka. But no, she's like, we gotta do this.
I was like, okay. You do you.
Hey, but no, let's be real. She looked nice.
Alrighty. It's funny enough how we just mentioned kind of a little bit of a Russian on number 9, and you thought she was going to be here.
What?
You son of a bitch.
Yeah. I am the Kavana Kujo from Russia.
I have her higher.
Me too.
I totally understand that. I understand that absolutely. But yes, like a lot of others on my list, there's a lot more prominence. And also the fact that Alia just came out as well.
With season 2 coming out.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But, okay, we got ourselves a tsundere Russian.
Never had that before, let's do this.
Never thought we would get that. And then it's like, already with episode 1. I immediately love this girl. Just how the fact she's just toying with him about the fact that how she thinks he doesn't understand her. But it's like, no, it's the fact I do understand you. Just not knock it off.
I mean, it makes sense why he understands it. He was technically childhood friends with Masha, and even though he doesn't know it's actually her now.
It
was just funny. That's the thing. But I think the kicker part of that episode that blew up on the internet.
Oh, right.
Was the fact that she got her sock dirty and asked Masachika to, can you help me put that on for me? It was like,
like you could hear the fucking like button on the video. Just a bunch of people in their basements just seeing that. You're like, best girl.
I think what Gabi is that like most males would like actually shy away. No, he committed to it, and that caught her off guard.
She got embarrassed.
She was so caught off guard to the fact where she kicked him. She didn't know that he got a peek at the promised land.
Then he made the mistake of saying, "I'm sorry."
I think it was probably the bet. Like I think it was like the punchline to that whole fiasco, that entire scene. He's texting his sister like, you know what? I think I'm in defeat now. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I mean,
just
everything
like shield, no censor, whatever. Just I think I'm in defeat now. But Alia, she knows how to push the buttons. Do I need to say anything else about the whole fact with episode Dos?
Oh, sweet Jesus. That's when the internet broke.
Both the sub and the dub did that scene great.
Yeah.
And that's what's so good. That Sarah Nadokani is actually descendant of Russian. So she was able to speak that. But when you have a Japanese speaker speaking Russian, the whole thing about the debate about that was the fact that they wanted to make her sound cute and innocent. But when she gives that face, I kind of doubt that, okay?
King is like, don't give me that face. Why are you smiling?
But obviously enough, she is best girl in that show. With Masha as a close second.
Yes. Everyone else?
Then
Yuki?
I don't know. There may be one more. There may be one that might sink in there, but regardless of the fact, though, she is that Russian waifu I would date any day of the week.
Nice.
So yeah, can't wait for season 2. Can't wait to see them now that they're gonna be partners going forward. Let's see what they got cooking. Number 9 is Alia-chan.
Yay!
Nice.
So,
well, we talked about like a Russian character. I think it's time to move on to Korea, shall we?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yep. You mentioned one flexible character, Brandon. Let me talk about another one. Cha-Hyin.
Yep, Cha-Hyin.
Yep, from Soul Leveling.
God damn. I'm not even mad. I'm just happy.
Yeah. I was actually surprised that she actually appeared in episode 1, because in the manga and the light novel, she didn't appear until way later on. Like during that gate scene in season 2, that was her first appearance in the source material. So, yeah, so like the anime people decided to take liberties with the source material and actually like give a little more moments for Cha. And the first moment that we saw for Cha, that was a badass moment and a good way to show off her flexibility.
I love the fact that she got
laying on her ass for a good long few seconds.
Plus, I love the fact that she got embarrassed when people were like, "Whoa, you're so amazing!" And she's like, I'm like, you would have expected her to be like calm, cool, collected. No, she's fucking nervous. I love that.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of ironic too, because like most people may not know going into this one, her backstory, it actually shows up why she's pretty flexible. She's a former athlete star, but after getting into an accident, she was contemplating on what to do next. It wasn't until she awakened and actually became the 9th S rank hunter in Korea. at first, like, she started to have like a bit of doubts, especially since she somehow has like a dog sense of nose. Don't know how she got that. Oh well, I guess it's just like hunter magic or something.
It's magic. Honestly, it's just magic. We don't explain shit.
Yeah. But it wasn't until like over time she was able like to overcome like her insecurities and all that. But then the insecurities came back around when she ran into Jinu's song in the mine and realized that he's the only one that actually smelled nice.
So I'm like, can you elaborate, please?
Like, what does good mean? Does good mean like apples, cherries, or Axe body spray?
I don't know. I don't know what the system did for Jinu, but I guess that's a positive.
I can imagine, like, he says, okay, so this is how I smell. Smell this. Like, it's just Axe body spray. Pfft. Yeah, same. So I smell like Axe body spray. Pretty much.
Yes.
Even though I don't use Axe body spray. Pretty much.
It's even, like, funny, too, because, like, when she got up close to get a whiff, Jinu actually got flustered during that. So it actually shows that, yeah, both of them are pretty nervous on the inside.
Nate.
Especially...
It's a blonde bombshell that is popular. Who would not get flustered?
Who wants to get close to you?
Anybody would get flustered. Anybody will get flustered. It doesn't even stop there for that moment. The pickaxe scene.
Oh, dear Christ.
Like, the moment that she found out that Jinu went inside and there was like a bit of trouble in the gate, she didn't have a weapon, so what was the solution? The miners just gave her a pickaxe.
I mean, to be
okay, yeah, this will suffice.
I mean, to be fair, pickaxe isn't the worst weapon.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst, but it's just like the scenario that was set up. It's just like she wasn't prepared for it to the point where even like one of her colleagues was like, "Why'd you come in with a pickaxe?" And her first immediate thought was like,
"Did he think I was weird with this?"
I was like, "That was your first thought."
If they don't adapt the follow-up scene in the season 3, I'm gonna hate A1 Pictures. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will, because Jinu actually teased Cha about it. It was actually pretty funny. But I think it was like over time that, yeah, she does feel like a bit insecure, especially after seeing like Jinu being like the badass Cha that he is and wanted like to be close to him and actually be stronger to return the favor. And I kid you not, there was actually a point of time in the light novel in the manga when Jinu asked, "Do you like me?" Instead of her denying it, she's like, "I think I do." I was like, oh shit.
all you hear in the background is that's all I hear.
Yeah, it's like how he explained with Yidra. Cha, yeah, she does get flustered, but she doesn't deny her feelings one bit. That's actually impressive. So if I talk highly about Cha, why do I have her low? Well, it's because just like a lot of characters with soul leveling and how I explained the same reason with Peppersham from Shy, there are times where Cha does get a bit sidelined. I get it, it's called soul leveling.
Especially in season 1.
Yeah, season 1 she didn't have that much screen time. Season 2, that's when she starts to become more prominent. So who knows, maybe season 3 and onward, we'll be able to see more prominence with her.
I mean, she does have a fight in the manga that's actually pretty cool, but I won't say anything. Anyways.
Yeah. Okay, alrighty. Cha Hien finally makes it to the list.
Yep.
Let's go with you, Kevin.
I one-upped you, Brandon.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Yeah, Alia-chan. So, yeah, I do agree with Brandon that she is fairly recent, so she's not going to be too high on my list, but still, she's freaking funny, like, as a tsundere, you know? And I know people are be like, oh, tsunderes are annoying bitches and stuff. I'm like, Alia's actually not. She actually does acknowledge some of the behavior she does, and she's not heartless. Like, we do see in episode 3, like, why she's so determined for certain things, especially student council president. And I'm like, that's relatable. Like, a lot of people have these expectations that they feel like they gotta do, and if other people aren't doing it, it feels like there's no point, you know? And I like that. I like how Masachika's the one that kind of encourages her to see, like, you know, people do work, you know? It just takes some convincing. And yeah, episode 2 with the whole wardrobe scene, yeah, that was, yeah, Masachika, I will say, if he was a fashion designer, yeah, he would be the best host.
Probably.
But yeah, like her development throughout the season, even like showing compassion when he got sick, taking care of him, and even celebrating his birthday, his belated birthday, by flirting with him in Japanese, not in Russian, in Japanese. And even Master is like, wait, that's not Russian. And when he tried to flip the script, trying to do the indirect kiss, what did she do? Out.
Yep.
Like, is she not going to try to deny it?
Is this the same girl?
I just like that, you know? I mean, yes, sometimes Ollie can come off as a little strong, but once you get to know her, she is a good person. She's just kind of awkward, but, you know, that's what you got to appreciate. And the fact that freaking Ash Ketchum is Ollie, that is insane.
Yep.
I can't watch Pokemon now. No, but in all seriousness, I do appreciate Ollie. I cannot wait for season 2. Just push Yuki to the corner, like, just all the way in the corner, and then we're good.
Yeah, no kidding. Because honestly, like after season 1, I feel like that arc is done. We don't need to see Yuki anymore.
Yeah, like seriously, I'm sorry to people who like Yuki. I'm just like, she's annoying. She's just not cool.
She pushes it.
Yeah.
She even admits she's cringe, and I'm like, is that why people like her? Oh, she admits she's cringe.
I'm the cringiest.
That's not something you should be proud of.
Yeah. Literally lines from the show, people. Just saying.
Yeah.
Alrighty. My number 8, we're going to my first tie on my list.
Oh.
And some people always know that, yes, I like living a little bit of danger. Some of the, some girls who have a little bit of, danger side, I'm okay with. These two easily fit that.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Because our little flirtatious ninja, Yuzuriha, is finally making an appearance.
Okay, that makes sense why she's low.
Yeah. But who's tied with Yuzuriha? Like, would you know? Probably from a show that I really, really want to see dub in a new season.
Wait, what the fuck?
Alma Judicali from Notorious Talk.
Oh, the one that's like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, in a way.
Yes.
So, Yuzuriha first. Hell's Paradise, there is no good people. There is no good person except for Gabimaru slightly, but that's not a high bar. Because even though, yeah, you settle down, you have a wife, you're still an assassin ninja for hire. So you still kind of have that blood in your hands. But when they find out the fact they're all being sent to a mysterious island to find an immortal flower for the dying shogun, and Yuzuriha is there with them. And for the first episode, you're like, where is this going? What is her end game? And then you see her in episode 2. Oh my god, that Gaimaru pulled no punches. He gave no shits. Just easily enough when Yuzuriha was trying to get close to him, just like, okay, I get it. I'm married, man. You know.
You know what? Be like Gabimaru. You know, like
be committed.
Equal.
Yeah.
Like treat everyone equally.
This is the fact that yes, and also this is Jill Harris, Noelle Silva from Black Clover, playing Yuzuriha. I don't know if I didn't know if I could see that, but then I started hearing her. I'm just like, okay, yeah, no, I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see it.
If those two were to meet, Noelle would get freaking annoyed with her.
Easily, I mean, do we ever let's go, Gabimaru, you got this, go. And if you don't, we're screwed.
He was like, that face he made alone is like, I'm gonna kill this bitch later.
But then the fact reveals about Yuzuriha's backstory. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. Because, holy moly, they do not hold back on the punchlines for a lot of the characters' backstories. At all.
Nope.
And it's just like, it sucks the fact that, yeah, how they kind of, definitely when they get around season 2, because season 2 is coming out, It's just like, how are they gonna do this? Because it's almost the same problem I had with Demon Slayer, that a lot of the development with these other characters feels rushed. Like there's not, like the pacing just went fast forward through the last half. So I'm like, we'll see what happens. And I still like Yuzuriha. I do like Sagiri. I do think these two are good for like female like heroines, like main female characters. I just like Yuzuriha a little bit more because she does have a little bit more prominence and a little bit of like some moments that is actually both fun and entertaining.
A little more consistency.
Yeah. And alright. Now let's get to Alma from Notorious Talker. Yeah, okay, people. She comes off as a crazy lady in the very first time you meet her. That is not a joke. But the fact that she wants to meet our main character because she wants to form a party with him, because their grandfathers knew each other. But it's also the fact that she technically wants to be stronger than him to try and kill him to do away, but doesn't end up happening. And she ends up falling head over heels for the guy. Especially the fact when she comments on him coming out of the shower one time, like, "Oh wow, you're actually pretty buff. Can I touch them?" I was like,
yeah. See, if she had said something else, like she wanted to grab something else, I would have been like, "Okay, yeah, this chick is really crazy."
Hey.
But the fact remains as well what I said with Yuzuriha. Alma's backstory is messed up that I was not expecting. The fact that her grandfather is actually her own father, that she wanted him, or no, he wanted her to kill him to take his place as the next head of the assassins. Which ends up does happening, but her uncle / trainer kind of reveals her, no, you're not your grandfather's granddaughter. You're this one's daughter. And that kind of shocked her to the point where it's like, I don't want this. I don't want this anymore. And then she kind of levels out and starts going on the adventures with our main character, who, yeah, if people are already gonna ship, yeah, no, the main character is a fucking nut job. So if she is kind of leveled out to be a little bit sane, they deserve each other, okay? Because nobody in this world is sane at all. But the fact remains also, just like Tino and Shaw, Alma is goddamn flexible. Holy shit. Like, goddamn flexible. Whew. So, we'll see more of Alma. I hope we get a season 2 or maybe do a dub, because honestly this deserves a dub. It has some good moments I would love to hear dubbed. So these two, they belong at least here and on my list because I like being entertained by some of these characters. So yeah, no, Yuzuriha and Alma right here at number 8.
Wow, that's a crazy number 8.
Yeah, crazy 8.
Going to you, Nate. What's your number 7?
All right, I originally have her higher on my list, but I decided to swap around the order because I did know what happened to her later on.
That's what I kind of did, bro. That's what I did.
Yeah. So all we had to do is just, we got to get ready. All we had to do is just put on the show. Lights, camera, action. You're up, Akane Kurokawa.
Akane!
Yep, from Oshino Co.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. She's like, I like her.
Yeah, and she's honestly, like, this is like coming from me personally. I like both Akane and Kana equally for like different reasons. Like, I really like Kana for being like very entertaining and being like honest. I also like Akane too for like just like being how wholesome and how tragic she is. Cause yeah, first time meeting Akane, when Akuma was doing that TV show for like a romantic story, you could tell that like people said Akane is like a very talented actress, but for some reason you could tell that something's holding her back. Like she's not allowed to bring out that full potential. Like she's having a lot of doubt. And then when you look behind the scenes and why she's meek, yikes! Oshinoko does not hold back when it comes to like how realistic and how tough it is in the industry. This one really proves it.
She wanted to kill herself, people. Think about that. That episode had a warning for suicide.
Yeah. All the backlash got so bad, she almost wanted to end her life there. Thank God Aqua was there. Otherwise, it would have been way worse.
Yep.
I think it wasn't until after like getting some advice on like how to actually be a part of the show from Aqua, which inadvertently led to Akane developing a small playful side imitating his late mother.
Honestly, still, it's kind of messed up when you think about it.
It's kind of messed up, yeah, but to the point where even like Aqua was just like caught off guard. We all know that Aqua is like pretty serious and deadpan most of the time. When you get a deadpan character that flustered, you know you're doing something insane.
He's got a mom complex. Bro, am I wrong though? He does. Like the guy literally is obsessed with eye. Like everything he thinks about is eye.
No, I thought it would be more like Ruby has a mom complex.
Well,
and a bro complex.
He got flustered. That's what I'm saying. He's got a mom complex. He got flustered.
Yes. Yeah. Which did eventually lead to them being a pretend couple based on like happenstance. And yeah, she was like pretty minimum during like season 1, but season 2, that's when we actually got a lot more focus and development for her. I actually love this new side of Akane. She was not afraid to speak on what's on her mind. And if she were not to be an actress, she will make one hell of a detective, because the fact that she's able to do research and understands why Aqua is doing this, it's even scary when she was willing to help him out. I was like, okay, I am not getting on her bad side.
Yeah, I mean, the manga really proves that.
Oh yeah, it actually shows how scary and how resourceful she is. And most people think like, oh, those type of people, they're going to be like arrogant and all that. No, Akane, despite being more confident and being a bit more playful to the point of teasing Aqua now and then, she actually still has a very humble personality. She's very friendly, she's very meek, and she's even able to give out some good advice, even to her own rival Kana, which is actually pretty interesting.
Even though it looks like they're literally those corgis on the internet where they just keep barking at each other. Like that is literally them.
Yeah,
that's literally them. And it's actually pretty shocking that later on, Akane did get a bit sidelined, which is why I have her at number 7. But even with that, she still has her moments here and there. Heck, there were even times where she even wanted to bury the hatchet between her and Kana, and even want to help Kana get with Aqua at one point. I was like, oh wow. It actually shows how selfless she is.
Yeah, that selflessness.
And then the ending happened.
Yeah, I was like, oy.
So
if
literally,
you don't know what happens,
no one wins. That's all we can say.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, nobody wins. But honestly, for what we got for Akane, it was pretty good. And I gotta give props to like Kristen McGuire. That was a really good performance. Normally I'd be skeptical because in my personal opinion, Sentai dubbing can be a bit hit or miss. This is actually one of their biggest hits in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
Yeah, that's my number 7, Akane. One of my favorite actresses in anime.
Alrighty then. Go ahead, there, kid.
So this girl was never gonna win the MC's heart, but she definitely tried, and she was one of the main focuses on the show's spin-off that focused on the sister. Honoka Mitsu from Irregular Magic High School.
Oh, Honoka!
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, look, I know people are going to be like, oh, great, the Tatsuya simp. I like her. She's not a bad character. She's really fun. She's cute. She's quirky, you know. I like how she called Tatsuya Big Brother when he was helping them out. I was like, the fuck?
And to add on to that,
okay,
she's not the only one that simps for Tatsuya, so...
No, that's true.
That argument.
That is true, but... No, yeah, it's definitely clear that she has a lot of feelings for him, and it shows. It's pretty funny, though. Of course, since she's the hot girl, she's gonna have a lot of bumbling moments, especially in Honor Student of Magic High School.
Oh man!
Like, Remember when she was training for the tournament? Tatsuya was helping her, and then she was like, "Oh, she got flustered because her proportions were there," and she was like, "Oh, this is bad." But in season 2, we got a little more development for her. Being more confrontational about their feelings, as well as even giving Tatsuya chocolates, and he even gave her chocolate or a gift, like the hair piece, and she liked it to the point where. Apparently her feelings were so strong it activated an android that simmed for Tatsuya at one point. And what's funny is this android told everyone how Honoka feels unintentionally, and Honoka was dying, but Miku and Erica were
Miyuki and Erica were just like
shh, let her cook.
I was just looking at Honoka at that moment. I was like, wow, for someone wholesome, she has some real kinky thoughts.
He wanted to crawl into a hole and die after that.
I mean, but still, Honor Student also showed how serious she was with the tournament, both with the skiing and then the magic air battle, whatever. I like how the Honor Student gave her, Shizuka, and Miku a little more development, focusing more on them. And it was nice, she acknowledged she might not win Tatsuya's heart, but she'll definitely be the next best thing, and I appreciate that about her. Yeah. Plus, she was pretty wholesome with Miyuki and Shizuka. Even though I'm okay with Miyuki, I will admit her banner with Honoka, it was good. It was nice. And though I will admit, when Shizuka was crying after her loss against Miku and Honoka was there, I was like, damn, that's a true friend right there. Also, she's hot, okay? I'm gonna say that, alright? She pulls the cute and hot body, alright? I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. Fuck that. We
got a couple of females that are like that, so nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, same here, actually.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Mine, I did a little reshuffling behind the scenes as well before we started. So this one was supposed to be a little bit higher, but I figured, nah. Given how prominent she is in the show, this one kind of fits. Because what do we know about the whole show about I am the most atomic on this one?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's go with the second princess of this kingdom, Alexia Midgar.
Oh,
okay, that's fair.
Wow.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of people may know, out of everyone that we've seen in Emerson Shadow, why do I go with Alexia? Because here's the thing. I enjoy other characters outside of Shadow Garden as well. Delta will be my best girl in Shadow Garden. Yes, I will say that. But outside of Shadow Garden, with all the other characters that we're seeing, Alexia grabbed my attention. Because the fact remains, because she is also fucking entertaining. The fact that she literally said yes to Sid's confession in the first time they meet. And Sid's just going along with it because, you know what? No, I got a sugar mama now.
Their banter too is just it was just amusing. They were just shit talking each other. It was just funny.
It is.
No kidding.
And the fact remains on the fact that how they hide that stuff behind the scenes, and they looked all lovey-dovey on the outside. I was like, these two would get an A for acting class.
Oh yeah, they would.
But it's like I said, it's what he says to her, the fact that she has this potential. She can be her own thing. If she knows one moveset, build on it. Do something different with it. Become something else. Go somewhere else. Build different stages of that. And Alexia takes that to heart. Even though it's really goddamn funny how the fact that she, after all this playing, all this mess around, just dating him for because she can use him for money. The fact that she actually really confesses to him, right there behind the shed. Sid's response, nah, we're okay. Let's actually just break up. And what is Alexia's response?
Try to kill him.
She was a bloodbath back there.
If people don't know the definition of a bloody breakup, this is it right here.
And the fact that he was just sitting there like a corpse, and she's just just walking all smiling, just
I'm all jokes aside, I'm pretty sure she just murdered a guy.
I'm pretty sure. All jokes aside about that, but then kind of goes to the whole thing about why she's also fucking entertaining as hell. But that's how she still gets jealous over people liking Sid. I keep forgetting this bitch's name, but she was voiced by Brittany Kobosky, but she was only there. She was prominent for like 2 episodes. How she's like very like happy with like talking about Sid, and Alexia's just, you could see her hand shaking with the tea, and she's like just like, oh really now we dated, but we're not together, and how she has a photo of her with Sid still behind another photo turned around to hide it. But I think what made me bust out laughing when she goes to the fake store with her sister and talks to Gamma, and Gamma is just hyping her up to buy a thong. I'm literally just, she literally says this to her sister in the room about she's very confident about her ass. I'm not gonna lie, she has a fine ass. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the hot spring episode, the whole Excalibur scene, that was just so.
Pause the episode because I was just dying of laughter.
Here's the thing. Alexia basically got ahead of everybody. She literally bathed with him. She's seen him naked. But the reason why I also had to move her down a little bit, because season 2, she didn't really appear a lot. And which sucks, because in the manga, she apparently has a huge jump in screen time, to the point where she even like almost joins Shadow Garden. I'm gonna say that. She almost joins Shadow Garden in the manga. So that's the thing though. If she joins, I wonder how Beta's gonna take that. Because, oh my god, they hated each other.
All because of chest size. All because of that.
Which I'm just like, Alexia, why are you so jealous? You have a good rack. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Not every boob has to be big. Yours is fine.
Right.
So, regardless of the fact though, Eminence is still a great isekai to me. Still in the top 5 isekais for me. Alexia is a great character, a fun, entertaining one. Easily has to go on my list right here.
Nice. All right.
Alrighty. We're at the halfway mark. We're going to number 6.
All right. Interesting that you mentioned like kind of a bit of a sundry that has a good interaction with the main character. I might as well bring in like one from another series that you got me into, Brandon. Yeah, it's Himari Azuma from Chain Soldier.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was actually pretty interesting because, yeah. Does she have the best first impression? Not really. No.
Nope.
Like, you could tell that, like...
She's a bitch. She was a bitch.
Yeah, she was, like, pretty bitchy.
Yeah. I'll take that over Shushu any day of the week, though.
Oh, yeah, I would. But when you look at Himari's backstory, I was like, okay, yeah. I can definitely understand, because she's from like a line of great soldiers that have great abilities, and then Himari, who's supposed to have like a broken ability, copying anyone else's ability, only to get shunned because there's a big drawback to that ability. It's not as powerful.
Like, okay. So?
Yeah, but it actually proves that like it doesn't even like stop her. She was willing to work hard to like get to where she is, to the point where she almost like collapsed from exhaustion because of that. And of course, when she had to team up with Yuki and had to copy Kyoko's ability, oh boy. At first, it seemed very interesting. I mean, Yuki being more faster, a little more agile, it seemed to work out. But then we got that moment where she just left the skirt and realized what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I was doing. You don't read the instructions.
Yeah, this is what happens, especially when you didn't ask Kyoko what would happen.
Yeah.
I feel like Kyoko wouldn't even tell her. She would just be like,
yeah, I feel like Kyoko didn't tell her on purpose too, just to be smug about it. That was really
maybe it's like, okay, I could finally get off this little train for a little bit.
Yeah, and Mari's reaction and her face was so and then she was like, all right, screw it. and just like pleasure Yuki.
Just to give him. That's the thing. Yuki's ability is about a reward for the amount of work he did for that. So,
yep.
There you go, people.
It was actually interesting too when we actually get to see Himari finally confront her sister, the one that instigated the whole bullying thing on her the most.
Oh yeah, no, her sister's a bitch. She was the mega bitch.
Oh yeah, she was. So it was actually pretty satisfying to see Himari overcome her sister, and for once actually said, men aren't all that bad. I was like, aw, that was actually kind of cute.
Then she meets another guy. She's like, "Oh yeah, no, I was right. All men are disgusting."
Yeah, I mean, like, in some cases she's not wrong, but at other times it's like, at least we got Yuki over there.
Yeah,
that's not.
She doesn't want to admit it, but it's true.
Yeah, but oh my god, episode 8 when Yuki decided to get that clairvoyance ability. Oh.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck do you think was gonna happen?
Like, what do you think was gonna happen, man?
Yuki is not a smart man.
No, he's not. I mean, the manga really explained that 10 times over from that scene.
Nah, not a whole lot. And yeah, there were times where, like, Himari did get sidelined a bit, which is why I had to put her in the lower half of the list. But even with that, she actually had some pretty good development. She definitely had some pretty good moments, especially when she was yelling, "All right, I'm ready to kick some ass." Like, Kyoko was literally her hype moment during that moment.
What's with all the kicking of asses? I'm like, the fuck? Like, why are these idiots here?
I don't know why. And I gotta give props to like both the Japanese and the English performance for Himari. It was actually pretty solid. And yeah, I would not mind meeting Himari's voice actress one day, because I could tell she really had a lot of fun. I mean, this is the same person that did Kana from Ocean of Ko, so.
Natalie Rial, to anybody out there who wants to know.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny to me, like, how you just talked about Kana, now you're talking about
Himari.
Yeah, who's Kana?
Who's Kana but blue. Yeah, not much else to add, but
that's right.
Yeah, not much else to add, but Himari may got sidelined a few times, but for what development she made, she more to make up for it.
True. True that. All right, go ahead, Kev.
Hey, White Cat. Hey, that's all I needed to say. All right, so Steve from Bell from Akashic Records of Bastard.
Oh my god, 2 cylinders in a row.
Oh man, this girl. The first time we see her, she seems like a sweet girl just running to her sister, meeting her for a class to talk to a new teacher. Then Glenn, of course, rushes in. And what does she do? She doesn't get her out of the way. No, she fucking launches his ass
into a fountain.
And then when he starts examining Ruri, again.
Does it again?
Glenn Reyna's blasting off again.
Okay, and to be fair, that second time was a little more justified.
It was.
Yeah.
And she thinks, "Oh my god, he's a scumbag. I'll never meet him again." 1 hour later, hi, I'm your new substitute teacher. Oh man. And then when she sees how lazy Glenn is, what does the scene do? "I'll challenge you to a magic contest." You think Glenn's gonna win? No, she fucking kicks his ass.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked.
I mean, I can't be that surprised. She's pretty skilled.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because he's older than her, so he should have more experience. But the problem is, she's just really fast at casting. And of course, that's when she loses the bet. Now he has to take teaching seriously, which he does, which I appreciate. He actually committed to teaching them different ways to use magic. She's begrudgingly admitted that it's good. Then the first arc happened where Ruri was being kidnapped. Sistine couldn't do much, damsel in distress type. But then she sees how Glenn is protective. She's appreciative of him, especially during the tournament arc with the schools where she and her class were fighting. And then we get to the final arc where, she was being forced to marry someone.
Yep.
Yeah, she's more of a damsel in distress, but you could see she wanted to fight back, and I do appreciate that. The thing with Sistine is she's very protective of Ruri, who's not even her real sister, just an adopted sister. I do appreciate that. I appreciate she tries to look out for her, and I do appreciate her wish to be like her grandpa, to try to reach the city in the sky. I like that, And yeah, it's just funny how she gets so flustered with Glenn. Their banter is funny, especially the workout scene.
5.
Yeah, out of context. That's all I'm gonna say. Out of context.
Out of context. Try listening to it out of context.
Just no, don't even watch. Just listen, and then you're gonna be like, "What the fuck? What did he do?" But still, she's witty, cute. Even though the ears on her head aren't even ears, it's just funny how he always calls her White Cat. But yeah, overall, I like Sistine, and hope one day maybe Kashiraka will get a season 2. Probably not. Who knows?
Probably not, but the manga is doing well, and also the fact that she's actually a lightweight.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Yeah, that's right. The rum cake. Oh, and the fact that they all ate his bonus. Everyone
they used up his entire bonus on a single night's dinner.
Oh man!
Wow!
2 sundaries in a row. Brandon, you got a sundary or
no? There's no way.
Nah, she doesn't really count, but she does count as one of the best student council presidents I've seen in anime.
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I think I know what it is.
Yeah. Amari Azazel from Iruma-kun.
There it is. The 3 tsunderes. Yeah, she's technically a tsundere.
Yeah, kind of.
Like
I'd say she's a more mild type.
Yeah, because it still goes to the fact that, yes, she likes Iruma from the get-go. All right when they meet. Because she believed that she read these secret texts, which is a freaking romance, not manga.
Shoujo. It's shoujo.
How she literally was like, she gets embarrassed and just so flustered about how she can't read it, but looking at the pictures sends her to that state. Bravo! The stern student council president is flustered by this. And then she runs into Iruma just like the manga that she just read. If this is not irony coming back to bite you, I don't know what is.
Faye has a cruel sense of humor.
And the fact remains the fact that she figures it out that he is a human because he knows how to read this. And it also doesn't really come to the fact that he actually did work on this in his little can't say no to types. But then they start hanging out in the student council rooms. They start getting to know each other. Amari is becoming more open. She lets down her guard and actually just asks Iruma, what do you want? What do you see for your goal? And I was like, that's honestly a relatable thing to ask. It's not it wasn't a forced confession to hey, you just want to go out or something like that. No, it's just two people getting to know each other. And then season 2 happens with Ditzy Amari. I'm just like,
oh my god. I swear, Kira Buckland was just having so much fun during that.
So this
the guy that doesn't care about season 2 all that much.
So this is Amari if she wasn't tough. Well then, okay. And then what snapped her out of it was the fact that was Iruma's devotion to tell her that this is no, this is not you. I want to see the person who has this goal. And she snaps out of it, and that's when she realizes she fell in love with Iruma. And she's going to do what she can to show her feelings to him. Then season 3 happens. They go to an amusement park, and you realize Amari's bloodline ability. It's freaking OP. How she's a descendant of one of the strongest demons. All the fact that she gets embarrassed by the fact that on how the other girls made her wear a dress. And top it all off, Iruma just blatantly says let's go somewhere, just you and I. And she turns beet red in an instant. Iruma, you dense motherfucker.
He's dense, but also he somehow charmed her too.
No kidding, because as soon as the man, bro, you got to see Amari in a swimsuit at a water park. He managed to give her a Princess Carrie. And the face she gives. Wow. Okay, yeah, nope. There's a reason why the manga author basically said, yeah, no, this ship is true, especially in some of the recent chapters that we've seen.
That's the reason.
All right.
Bravo.
Bravo,
Yeah,
Amari.
Bravo. Also,
unlike another manga,
unlike another one
romance
we don't
that-
talk about, but
Yeah,
definitely the girl talk episode with Omri, Clara, Risi, and Karina were so
Carolee.
funny.
That was probably the funniest moment from season 2 for me personally,
It
because
was.
all of them were just like,
I busted out laughing as soon as like what do you think you guys like about it? What do you like? Clara just like, oh, Irma.
when Clara, who was pretty dense, actually got flustered during that time, I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna get crazy.
Yeah, but again, Kira Buckland just nailed this character, and we'll see about season 4. It hasn't been confirmed or talked about, but I'm sure it's going to, because the manga's still going into reaching the end mark. We'll see what happens, and I will love to see more of Amari, and especially the fact that everyone now sees that like they do work together and would be a couple. So
exactly.
that's what I got. And this is our halfway mark. We'll be right back and we will wrap up this entire list.